We got Otto from Otto and George, who's playing McGuire's in Bohemia tonight. Yeah. And then moving over to Governor's in Levittown tomorrow night. Two clubs owned by the same guy.
Yeah.
You probably should call it the same thing.
Maybe
Governor's.
They bought up all the clubs in Long Island, like some kind of a weird mafia conglomerate.
They
or
tried
something.
didn't they try a Governor's East or something once? Foot? Did they? Mike, I'm
they got brokerage.
Yeah, it was out in Med. They had it out in 112 in Medford for a couple of years.
Didn't work out.
It was old ownership. It wasn't a new ownership.
Right.
And that was at a hotel, right?
It was like a catering hall or something.
Yeah,
like
I
like the idea of that though. Governors I like Governors in Levittown and stuff. I like
great
going
club.
there.
Great club.
Good club, man. But I didn't like the one out east. It was like, it's not Governors. Don't call it that.
Well, they redid it.
Yeah.
They redid it in the Governor's fashion. They said they really did a great job redoing the other clubs.
I don't want to drive that far out.
Okay.
Yeah, McGuire is just fucking really far. It's like you might as well go to France. It's so fucking far.
Yeah.
What town is it?
Bohemia.
Oh, you said Bohemia.
Yeah,
I said Bohemia.
Yeah.
But I don't. Being from Long Island, I don't even know where Bohemia is.
I used to do jobs out there in that fucking
By the
industrial
airport,
park.
MacArthur.
Yeah, it's by MacArthur Airport.
That's not that far.
Nah.
It's far if
But
you're
you're
in
from
Manhattan.
Jersey.
It's
Or
far
Jersey.
Yeah, all right, for
Or
Jersey.
fucking
Still a good
California.
time to leave.
Real
I'm
far.
fucked. I mean, I'm staying in the city today because rather than drive back to Jersey and then sit in traffic, I'm just gonna
Exactly.
It's just gonna be a hellish drive no matter what.
Yep.
Yeah, getting out to Long Island.
Yeah,
Sucks.
And next weekend I'm going to Vegas. David Copperfield hired me to perform for his staff. And all his
shit.
people at the MGM.
God damn.
Yeah, so after his show, I'm gonna fucking do a show for him and all his, his staff and stuff.
I've heard for a while he's a big fan. Yeah.
Yeah, he loves me. It's huge. And then I'm gonna go see Tim Allen at the Venetian on Saturday, and then name dropping. And I'm friends with Rick Messina, his manager, so I'll hang out with him. Yeah.
That sounds like a fun time in Vegas. Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, I worked with Tim in Comedy's Dirtiest Dozen back in 1988. We did that together.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And he's actually, you wouldn't believe how nervous he gets before a show. The last time I saw him, he was already a huge star, and he was like pacing back and forth and nervous. And I go, you're a big star, man. Everybody, knows that. You're going to kill. He goes, yeah, what if I suck, man? I sold out and all that stuff.
Holy shit.
And then I go, what's it like to be rich and famous? He goes, Otto, I'm the exact same person. I just never have to worry about paying a bill ever again. And he was filming Galaxy Quest at the time. And I go, what are you doing? He goes, I'm doing some science fiction movie with Sigourney Weaver. It was nothing. He just said it like it was just a dumb movie. Yeah.
It turned out to be a dumb movie. So he might have been right.
I kind of like that one.
You did like that one?
Yeah, if you're a fan of like Star Trek and shit like that, it had a lot of little inside jokes. That was pretty
Tony
cool.
Shalhoub's really funny.
Yeah, he was good in that.
And Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell was great. Yeah.
And then
Guy.
And then I was doing a bachelor party for the director of Home Improvement, and Tim was like clean and sober at the time, so he was like, I was talking to him, he goes, man, I miss bourbon and blow. I go, you're making a movie. If you do it, you're gonna feel like shit tomorrow. I go, don't do it. Just make the movie and then party when you're done. And he's like, oh, I'm so glad you said that to me. Thank you so much. And it's like, I'm fucking cheering you up. I'm fucking, you're the king of the world. I'm playing Pips next week for $200. I couldn't believe I had to cheer him up.
It is an odd thing when you realize these people are just the same fucking people they were.
They just fragile.
Yeah. Well, comics, holy shit. Comedians, we all know comedians are a little fucking fragile.
Little bit.
Little crystal horses up on shelves.
Yeah.
Don't knock it. Don't knock into it.
He's a super nice guy. So I heard you.
Wait, so you're going to be hanging with him?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with Tim Allen?
Oh, man.
Wow, look at that young Otto.
Wow, look at that.
Go backstage and see what's going on. See how he looks, and
He just invited you to hang out?
yeah.
Oh, man.
So you know him.
And then I'm going to
You know him pretty well, then.
Copperfield's museum. He's got this underground museum. It's like remember Get Smart, where you have to go.
Yeah, all that shit you gotta go through.
Allegedly, you have to go to like some dry cleaner, and then you go like in an elevator, and you go like beneath the ground, and I heard
about this.
Yeah.
Know who told me about this? Was Fast Eddie.
Yeah, yeah.
Fast Eddie told me about this. It's some weird, like, magic door you got to go through, and then an elevator, and then you're underground.
He's got the coolest shit in the world. He's got all of Houdini's illusions. He's got the original Charlie McCarthy, the original Jerry Mahoney. Most people don't even know what I'm talking about. But one of my Georges is there, too. So
wow. He's got.
But who gets to see this shit? Just his friends?
Yeah. Exclusive,
Yeah.
How did he get one of your Georges?
He asked me for it when I was done with it. So I asked him how he found out about me. He told me Kevin Spacey turned him on to me. Well, how the fuck does Kevin Spacey know who the fuck I am?
Wow, that's
weird.
weird.
He's an Oscar winner. How the hell does he know who I am? It was weird. I guess the internet or something.
Maybe from, I bet you I know how he knows, because he did a movie with Jay Moore, and Jay Moore loves you, and I bet you Jay Moore turned Kevin Spacey onto you.
Well, did you see that short that Kevin Spacey did? He did some kind of short.
The ventriloquist one?
Yeah. Short, yeah?
Yeah, and it's kind of a little,
Let's check it out.
reminiscent of Otto and George. A little bit.
I understand you saw the Three Stooges movie and liked it.
Look, I didn't say I liked it.
Okay.
You kind of said you liked it.
I said it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to completely fucking blow.
Right.
And I found myself laughing at some of the parts because it was very I thought it was going to be, look, if I see somebody doing a Three Stooges thing and, cracking someone over the head and then the dummy's falling off the roof and then it's them wiping themselves off, I'd be like, I'm not going to find that funny because I love when the Stooges do it.
Right.
But they did it so well that it translated, and I was fucking laughing.
And it didn't hurt that the Jersey Shore kids were in it.
Fuck that shit.
I just bought
that
it.
Sucked.
I bought it on Blind Faith off of Amazon for like $8 because Bernie, the guy that produces Imus's show, I just met him the other night and we were talking about it, and he goes, "Dude, I saw it twice in the theater." He's like, "It was hilarious."
See,
I was like, "All right, I'm going to check it out."
No, I'll see it on HBO one day. I wouldn't want to be caught dead leaving that theater. The guy who played Curly was like way too big.
Will Sasso is very big.
Those are little tiny men. They were freakishly
Were they really
small.
tiny?
They were really. The Stooges were really short.
I don't remember anymore.
Yeah. I mean, look at their movies. The women tower over them. And the other thing is, like, they weren't even good in full-length movies. If you look at their feature films...
they stunk.
But
they were
made
only good in shorts.
Yeah.
They made the movie... This is what one of the things that made me want to see it. They made the movie as 3 shorts.
3 shorts.
Oh, is that right?
But it was one common storyline thread.
Oh, I
but it took place, like, the beginning took place in the orphanage thing.
Yeah.
And them getting older. And then it was them looking for work to save the orphanage, and then the end was them actually having some money and doing things.
Yeah.
But so it was done that way. It was just the 3 guys they got did a great job. The guy that did Mo had the scowl down and everything. You and the Larry guy even was good.
That was the guy from Will and Grace.
Is that who that was?
What? Really?
It's the fucking
shit! That was him.
Super gay guy from Will and Grace.
Jack?
Didn't even know.
No, he plays Larry.
He's the.
Did you know that?
Not the main guy, the wacky gay guy.
No, Jack. Yeah.
Okay, that was him.
Yeah. He played Jerry Lewis too in a TV movie. He was fucking great.
That was good. I
guess he could act.
Awesome.
That guy's great.
Awesome. I just thought the whole thing was an insomnia. I don't want to insult their souls. Dark people, they have let them lose their souls.
Let them lose their souls. I think you're right. You're right. I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
And then there was nothing on. I'm going through the channels, and they keep putting the on demand on the Three Stooges. I'm like, all right, let me try it.
Yeah.
And I found myself fucking laughing at, like, get the sledgehammer in the head, the fucking shit.
That's always good.
And they did
Slapstick
it well.
always funny.
They did it well, though.
I'm just tired of Hollywood telling me what's funny. Vince Vaughn and fucking Ben.
That movie's getting killed.
It's like, please.
Otto, that movie's getting killed.
Yes.
0 stars.
Yeah, 1 star.
These are not funny men.
Yeah.
We found the Kevin Spacey thing. You want to take a look at this?
Oh, what is that?
The ventriloquist thing. Because we find out that Kevin Spacey knows who Otto is, and he's doing this ventriloquist thing.
All right.
That's a Frank Marshall figure. Frank Marshall was a great dummy maker.
Oh.
Questions, Frank, questions.
Yeah, I got to see that.
For instance, before the invention of sliced bread, what was the best thing?
Well, I don't think that qualifies as one of the world's great mysteries, Mr. Higgins.
All right, then. What about infants?
What about infants?
Do you think infants like infancy as much as adults like adultery?
think you might be taking things a little too literally.
Well, what if you turn an Oriental around 3 times? Does he become disoriented?
You can't say that word, not like that.
What? Why?
Because it's not politically correct, that word.
What word? Ah, doesn't matter anyway. Not much of a crowd today, huh?
All right, go back to smoking pot and jerking off in the gymnasium.
Pause.
What do you see? It's just exclusively on the internet?
It's just on the internet, yeah.
I thought I was a hack. That's a very nice dummy, though.
Yeah, huh? Isn't that weird? Cool. Like, Otto knows. It's like, well, that's a good dummy.
Yeah, that's
a nice one.
The material's not good, huh, Otto?
Well, I mean, maybe he's purposely.
I think he's purposely, because then it changes. It starts changing, and he gets popular because. You know, these things, they always go this. Doesn't it?
No, that's not what happens.
What happens?
It's just he plays a ventriloquist. He's not good, obviously.
Right.
And then it's about he's in love with this girl. It's like a very short film kind of thing. He's in love with this girl. He wakes up one day, the dummy's gone. Oh, is it alive or whatever?
All right.
And then like he's finally free from the dummy. And it's time to live his life. And they established that he's been at this for a long time. He sucks at it.
So does the dummy kill him in the end?
The dummy jerks off on him.
The best was that.
I got it completely confused with fucking.
And I was trying to do American
Twilight Zone
whatever.
or something.
The best one was Tales from the Crypt with
talking the mic on, please.
Tales from the Crypt with Don Rickles. You ever see that one?
Oh yes, yeah.
He's got a mutant Siamese twin hand.
Yeah,
that's a dummy.
That was the dummy.
And every time he falls in love, like there's a mysterious fire, and the jealous Siamese twin fucking burns the hotel down.
Burns the place down.
And then he finally chops the hand off, and he goes, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm splitting up the act." And he chops the fucking hand off, and then the severed head is like scurrying around, and he rips his throat open. Nice and violent. Yeah,
it was
nice
violent.
Yeah, Tales from the Crypt was super violent. That was awesome.
The Twilight Zone ventriloquist one is good too.
Oh yeah,
you got to check that one
very
out.
disturbing.
Oh, that was the one where he became the dummy.
Right. Yeah, at the end, his face is all. That one's really creepy.
Very creepy. The black and white cinematography.
Yeah.
I was a big fan of both of those shows. I am a big fan of both those shows, and I was so into both those episodes that when I finally met you and saw you, one of the weirdest things I ever saw was you. Remember we did the Nasty Show together in Montreal?
Yeah.
Was after the show watching you take the dummy apart and put it back into the case. It was like, it honestly was like almost disturbing to me. Because after seeing those shows and believing so much in the, I had only ever seen you on stage.
Yeah.
And you came back after the first show and you were
and murdered the little guy.
It was so weird looking.
What's so weird about it?
Because this thing is on his lap, and it's this is to me like the brilliance of Otto, right? Is that the dummy is his inner monologue, you know? So the dummy's up there and it's going, "What are you, nervous, you fucking piece of shit? Stop being a pussy. You make me sick." And it's saying all these things that comics say to themselves in the head. So this thing, you believe in it so much, and it's so a part of him, an extension of him, and it's so alive that if all you've ever seen is that, and you've never seen a ventriloquist with the dummy off stage ever, let alone one that you were very familiar with from his act. Just seeing him take this thing apart and all of a sudden it was lifeless. Yeah. It really was like watching like that Bud whatever video.
Bud Dwyer.
Yeah, like when he shoots himself and like that's the first time ever you see like, oh my God, I just watched life leave somebody. That's what it felt like. It was I was like, oh, it just died.
That is creepy.
Yeah, it was weird.
Well, I got to kind of leave him in the trunk because, somebody will just pick him up and break him on me and I'll have like, no fucking dummy. They'll just drop it and it'll
what, people want to just pick it up and play with it?
Oh, leave his dummy alone. It's my living, you dummy.
Yeah, it's my bread and butter. Nothing doing. That's my bread and butter.
All right, pick you up, put you on my leg, because you're a dummy.
Hey, we didn't play the Sandusky voicemails.
What is this about, the voicemail? It's
well, you got a victim there. What victim number 2?
Now? That's the one that got fucked in the ass.
I believe so.
That's the star victim right there.
I believe so.
Right.
And the brown star victim.
Yes. Starfish victim. Where do these voicemails come from? Who
God.
Are they from a lawyer? The victim decided to release him after the case? What's going on here?
I think because they want some cash. So they're going to sue Sandusky and probably the college and everything.
Penn State and all that.
Get some fucking cash for.
He basically got away with it. I mean, he's an old man now. Even if they put him in jail, he got away with doing it for years and
That's true.
and years. Now what does he give a shit?
13 years, something like that.
Yeah, so he'll do a few days.
And how old is he? You're right. He's 70.
If you die after 2 years in prison and you had a life term, you only serve 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, I got 2 years for fucking murder.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
I think a lot of these pedos would take that. Take that deal. What?
Yeah.
I'll get away with it for 13 years. I'll go to jail for a few. Yeah. I'll do that.
No.
Here's Sandusky on a voicemail message.
I was just calling to see, I don't know whether you had any interest in going to the Penn State game this Saturday. If you could get back to me and let me know, I'd appreciate it. And when you get this message, give me a call, and I'll have to talk to you later. Thanks. I love you.
I love you. I love you.
Oh, man.
Wow.
At the beginning, it was just him saying he wanted to, hey, go to that. Could have been anybody calling. Hey, you want to go to the game? Let me know.
Yeah.
I love you.
Oh, what a ghoul.
Bad enough you getting molested, but then he adds the love shit into that. Fuck.
Oh,
He
yeah,
really
good time
was.
at Florentine's wedding. That was great. I hung out with Club Soda Kenny. He was the best to talk to.
Oh, yeah.
And I hadn't seen Dice in maybe 20 years, so we had kind of a reunion. I hugged him and stuff, and no hard feelings and all that. And then I was waiting.
Wait. What's the no hard feelings?
Can we please?
Wait, we gotta stop
Otto
this.
talking to Dice.
Yeah. We gotta stop the show.
Well, we started together years and years
Yeah, there's a
ago.
story here.
Right.
Let's go.
At Pip's Comedy Club and a place called Warm Beer, Lousy Food, the Crazy Country Club in Brooklyn. And all he did then was he did Jerry Lewis and he did John Travolta.
Oh,
He
right.
didn't even have the Dice character back then. But I hadn't seen him in years. So I went up and I hugged him. And, hey, man, good to see you. Congratulations on that. I heard you're in the Woody Allen movie and everything. And then I figured it was his move. He should have come over to me at some point during the wedding and asked me, how I'm doing and stuff.
Yeah.
But he never did.
doesn't
Nah,
do
you're
that.
not gonna get that from Dice ever.
No warmth at all.
I'm busy over here.
Yeah.
Dice,
I don't even notice anyone else.
Dice, why didn't you go up to Otto at the wedding?
It's at a wedding. What am I supposed to do? They're doing the bride cuts the cake. I can't go. I can't be bothered. What do I look like? The United Nations or something?
The best you'll get out of Dice is he'll make believe he cares about you for maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then it's back to what he's up to.
It's I've
Nursery
never
rhymes, Otto. What was that about?
Well, that was part of my act, and it was kind of like I had outgrown that material. I guess I didn't see the potential that he saw in it, obviously. and then when he went out to California, everybody goes, "Dice is doing your shit, man. He's doing your shit out in California." And I went, well, I had outgrown it, so I wasn't really angry. I was just it was just annoying that I had to answer that question a million times.
Hey, well, the dummy should be mad. He was saying it. It's not like you was saying it.
Were the nursery rhymes, were they similar or were they exact?
Well, there was an old woman who lived in a show. She had some of her children. Her uterus fell out.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, little boy blue. He needed the money.
Literally your line.
What was that?
He didn't even change it up.
No. And then I can't remember. There were a couple more, but
do you have some old tapes of you doing that material?
Yeah. I have.
We've never played it on the show. We should do that.
Yeah.
Is it online?
I think it's.
Hey, calm down over here.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
No, like I said,
it turned out to be a massive bid for Dice, and I don't know. I'll be honest, man. I don't know how you sleep at night knowing that shit was yours to begin with.
What?
Hey, Pope wrote cunt, sir.
Right. What, that he killed with my shit at Madison
Ira wants
Square
to come
Garden?
You who was rocking it out his ass.
All right.
Don't worry, we'll bring it all back together. But
there's my friend Keith Carnival over there.
I think Ira wants to come in too. Ira's a class act.
It's no big deal, it's just.
It's kind of a big deal,
ancient
Otto.
fucking history.
I'll talk for you. That's a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
That changed his whole career. That was massive.
When he was doing,
he did at Madison Square Garden, like you said.
When he was doing when he was getting ready to do Ford Fairlane, I said you should do like a Lords of Flatbush, like
that would be good,
like a Mean Streets. Do like a low budget movie.
Yeah.
Let us write it, and that way, if it doesn't do well, you won't embarrass yourself.
Right.
You don't need to spend $300 million to make a comedy.
Yeah.
Start small. Do like a
that was a big budget.
Like that,
well, we got to take a couple of seconds.
Top of the morning to you, everybody.
Ira, how are you, sir?
Oh, beautiful.
It's been a year or two.
Beautiful.
We love seeing you.
I'll have it Thursday for you.
Going to be around 92 degrees today over the weekend. It's going to be hot and humid.
Who is this guy?
And humid.
It's Ira. He works for Jay Thomas.
Ira's the weather guy. He knows everything
and then
about
Jay got
the weather.
mad 'cause he was on our
That's
show.
right.
Yeah.
What about the weekend, the whole weekend?
The weekend, a few showers over the weekend, but mostly partly sunny.
Yeah.
Oh, partly sunny.
That's
now,
right.
let me ask you. I got a lovely pool. I would like to lay out on Long Island.
Go
Is it
into
be
the
good?
pool. Go in. Enjoy yourself. Everybody into the pool.
How did you like the new Batman movie?
I did not go to see the Batman movie. I went someplace else.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go instead of the Batman?
I went to
24
AC.
thumbs down.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry.
I went to AC.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
For what reason?
I did good.
What do you play?
How'd you do?
Slots.
Oh, the slots.
That's all I play, slots. In fact, this weekend over at Empire City, they're going to have the Village People over there.
Oh,
the one in
man.
Yonkers?
Yes.
Oh, that's a dump. They don't even have hotel rooms there.
They're going to be having, in a few weeks, Frankie Avalon.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
That's a big.
That's right.
Village
a big
People,
deal.
Frankie Avalon, they're getting some big names over
They
there.
are getting big names.
I'm going to Mount Airy Lodge. They have a Frank Sinatra Jr. impersonator there on New Year's Eve. I got tickets. Yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Have a good
Ira. Oh, my
weekend.
God.
Ira. You know Otto from Otto and George.
How you doing,
Pleasure to
Otto?
meet you, Landsman.
Some comics in here. You got Joe DeRosa over there.
Yeah.
How
Hi,
are you?
Ira.
Good
Oh,
to
he's
see you.
shaking everyone's hand
Otto.
over here.
Otto.
Yeah, how you doing?
Ira, tell Otto about the
Oh.
About what?
the hook.
Yeah, talk to the microphone.
He likes hookers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
Otto, ask
my
him.
friend, she has a book out,
Yes.
and she has a tape on the dick.
Again with the currency. This is my home.
That's great. A tape, book.
And she
on
would
the
like to come in.
Well, what does she talk about? What's the book about? It's just about the dick in what way?
It's about everything.
Yeah?
Yes.
Where does
She
she
has a
live?
book and everything.
Tenafly?
Huh? No, she lives
Tenafly?
in the Bronx.
Tenafly.
And is she a lady of the evening?
Oh.
Oh, yes. Yes, she's it.
And how did you meet this woman of the evening?
On the bus.
On the bus. So
That's right.
will you talk to strange women on the bus?
Yes, I do. She happened to be very, very nice.
How do you approach that? Because it's hard to break the ice like that with a stranger.
We were talking.
Yeah.
About what?
About what? Like
And
how do you
she's
start a
sounding-
conversation like that? You see a beautiful girl. What do you say?
She sounded very, very good.
And you just start. What did you open with?
How are you? That's it.
That's it.
Where do you take him to do the actual deed?
Different places.
Okay, like a hotel?
Yeah, I'm gonna put her on TV, BronxNet.
BronxNet?
Yeah,
What's that?
it's a Bronx channel.
And she's on it?
No, I'm gonna put.
No, she-
get her
Oh,
on
you're
it.
going to put her on
Yeah.
it.
He wants to
Somebody
put her on.
from.
He's
What did you
managing
take?
her.
You took her under your wing.
Yeah. Have a good day, everybody.
Ira, take it easy.
Finally
Ira.
back on our show.
Oh, that was so good to hear
Wow.
from Ira.
Bless.
How
He
are
was-
you?
The man is open and honest.
Hey, Ira.
You want to talk about Bobo on the mic?
Ira. I was telling Otto, do you know old school radio? This guy knows, he's the Rain Man of radio. You have a question about old school radio? and then we'll let you go, Ira, please.
Let me see.
We don't want to leave with Dick. That's bad for
Remember
you.
Gene Shepard? Gene Shepard?
Oh, Gene Shepard. Oh, yes.
He was great. I used to listen to him on the radio. He'd tell all those stories that they made.
How about Peter Tripp, the hits of the week?
No, never heard of him.
Oh, yeah,
What
Jerry
about-
Marshall.
How about Dan Ingram?
Dan Ingram. Yeah.
Bob Grant?
Bob Grant.
Joe Franklin?
Joe Franklin, he retired.
Yes. Hello, my friends.
Ah.
A little Eddie Cantor.
How about BB? Do you remember I Am Baby?
Have a good day.
Goodbye.
All right, there goes Ira, everyone.
We tried to keep Ira in, but he's got things
take
to
care.
do. He's got the newspaper in his back pocket
know,
like he's
I
at
see
the track. Like it's the fucking horse race. Son of a bitch. I came in second, third. I had the Quinoa.
He's great.
Wow,
that's
funny.
Where did you find that lunatic?
He works, I don't know what he does. I guess he just does the weather over there for Jay
Yeah,
Thomas.
he does Jay Thomas's show.
Oh, man.
Under clear blue skies.
He really likes giving you the weather.
Oh, he loves the
Loves
weather.
it.
Yeah.
It's like the Rain Man of weather.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Where were we? Oh, the second voicemail from Sandusky.
Oh, I love you.
I'm probably not going to be able to get a hold of anybody.
I think this is when it all went down. He's pretty much.
Could you be quiet about me fucking you in the ass?
I think that's basically what he's trying to say here, but he knows it's being recorded.
You never want to have to leave that on his message. Hi, could you just, ixnay on the ucking fay in your ass yay?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, it's Jerry.
Yeah.
Hope things aren't weird, but
That hooker guy was great.
Yeah,
I
this
like
is
hookers and brisket.
if you talk to anybody,
Yeah.
good hookers, plenty of them.
You can read between the lines here. Sandusky says a lot by not saying much.
Oh, okay.
Jer, I'm probably not going to be able to get a hold of anybody. And I probably ought to just go forward. I would be very firm and express my feelings up front. There's nothing really to hide. So,
Really?
if you want, give me a call, and you can call me on my other cell phone or on this one, either one. So, all right, take care, love you. Hope you get this message. Thanks.
Oh, boy.
There's no real message there.
No, there isn't.
no. If you could call me on my other cell phone,
Right.
or this one, preferably my
my
secret cell phone,
goodness.
so it can't be
Wow.
traced.
You
Stick with the other phone.
You think the authorities are surrounding his house as he's making that?
Oh,
Leaving that
Jesus,
message?
he was leaving that message like dog day afternoon. They were just fucking closing in. That was the last fight. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going on there.
I'm going to hear
Wow.
a guy who thinks Wyoming's a country. What's the punishment for a guy like that? They're never going to change. I mean,
No. You're just going to lock him up.
just lock him up.
They
Yeah.
just lock him up and wait for him to
Yeah.
die in there.
Yeah.
No, we don't do good things like that, like
No.
castration and
No.
fucking lopping off hands
No
and
more
tongues
middle.
and heads. And
No.
no.
I mean, he's guilty on 40 counts. I mean, that's
people
got to be.
deserve
That
it.
can't be a short amount of time.
Jesus.
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's fucking scary, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
They're gonna.
Those kids
they
are
are
ruined for
gonna-
life, right? I mean, they're not even going to get any money out of it, right?
Well, a few of them are going to start suing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why that tape made it out there. That's victim number 2. He was the one that was in the shower.
It's a very common thing. It happens all the time, all over the world. It's very common. Incest, child, yeah. What the fuck?
There's no curing them or anything.
Yeah,
It's not. They all. The second they let them out, they
Right.
do it again.
But that's part of the problem with this is that we only criminalize it. They're not looking at it from a therapeutic standpoint. Like these people have a mental. There's something wrong with them where they have a hard time fighting their attraction to something they shouldn't be attracted to.
Right.
They need to be put into asylums and treated is what they fucking need. But they just throw them in jail, and that doesn't help cure the. That's never going to stop anything.
You can't even cure them with fucking
they're always gonna
treatment.
be
They're always.
attracted
No, they
to
just should be.
children,
They should be
yeah.
put away in a facility, though. Is
They
my
need
point.
that fucking,
so they can try to figure out why this is
That
happening.
cuckoo's nest lobotomy.
Yeah.
They need.
Yeah.
They gotta
Yeah.
fucking just clear out that part of the brain
Right.
that does that.
Until they're sitting there, yeah, like Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
That one.
How depressing. What a great movie, though.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You didn't weigh the chain, did you, Doc?
Yeah. Jack at the end of that movie.
Oh, my
Jesus.
God.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie gets me every fucking time.
It does, right?
I hated the black orderlies more than Nurse Ratched.
Did you really?
Yeah, because I think she, like, on some level wanted to fuck, like, Nicholson and keep him on the ward. But the black guys were just sadists, you know? I hated them worse. Especially when the Indian dropped the mop and went and attacked that one guy. And jumped out of my seat.
That scene where the windows open kills me.
Oh, every time.
There's freedom. It's fuck.
I know. You want it to end differently every single time.
You do, right?
Just go. Yeah.
They should just make it just another ending.
I know.
Calm us all the fuck down.
Yeah, it's very frustrating.
Them all running to a car and just taking off.
Yeah, yeah.
The end of that movie,
yeah.
Excuse me, the end of that movie fucked me up because it's one of the, and they used to do this a lot in 70s.
Yeah.
Cinema when all that sort of new Hollywood stuff was happening, but like it ends and you go, oh my God, it was about the Indian. You know what I mean? Like it was about that guy and the inspiration of this guy's. You know, not he's representing the freedom and that these guys have hope. And you realize at that point it really wasn't about Nicholson completely.
Yeah.
It was about what he stood for and how that affected everybody else.
Right. Yeah.
And it fucks you up. It's like in The Departed when DiCaprio gets shot and you go, fuck, it wasn't really about DiCaprio. It was more about this department and
film school. What are we in here?
And he did,
What are you teaching?
Sit back and enjoy the movie.
Is teaching film class.
Really?
Yeah, hold on, guys. If you look to these monitors, I brought some scenes.
Now, Porky's. And the smoke represents.
McMurphy actually did more good than the nurses. Like, if you notice the last scene, they're actually playing like a real game of cards.
Yeah,
they're not like the fucking babies.
Right.
They're actually playing poker at the end.
Yep.
You left them something, you know?
Right.
Well, something had to come out of his sacrifice.
Yeah.
That's very good.
If you look at the screen, that's hilarious. I brought some scenes.
He stands up with his pointer.
Jesus.
I said I was watching a movie with Burr once, and I said that. I go, that fucking shot is amazing. And he goes, what? And I go, look at that. It represents how alone that guy is, and that's why they. And he goes, hey, really? I don't fucking know. All right, whatever.
You didn't want to go with it?
Yeah,
what a surprise.
Jesus,
what a surprise that Bill didn't want to go with something.
Really, John? Really? 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 Is that what you say there, John?
Joe DeRosa, I did not forget about the Monique versus Precious thing. I wrote it down, sir.
Who would you rather bet?
We were talking about having sex with black girls. Have you ever done it, Otto?
Had sex with a black lady? No, I have not. Or an Oriental. A lot of Jews, a lot of Italians.
A lot of Jews.
Yeah, some Wasps. Yeah.
You ever banged an Asian or a black chick? You're missing out, dude.
He said no to Asians.
I got a rub and tug from a Korean.
Rub
How was that?
The flat face and the wall biters. They Jesus Christ.
Wall biters.
Yeah.
In all these years, I've never heard that before.
Take a bite out of a wall. That's how flat.
Oh my God. Otto.
Have you ever heard that one before?
I've never heard that.
I've never heard that one. I thought I heard them all.
Yeah.
A wall fight.
Yeah.
You best calm down there, Otto.
Hey, Aaron Lewis wants to come on.
Blindfold these people with dental floors. You don't give them keys to a car.
Right, Dice. We get it. I love what I did.
I love
I
it.
reprimand Dice when I'm doing it.
Yeah, he does an impersonation of Dice, and then he starts talking back to it like it's really Dice.
I don't know if you heard me because some E-Rock was talking in my ear, but and so I blurted out, Aaron Lewis is coming up.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, no. When?
Wow.
In 5 minutes.
Holy shit.
Does he have a guitar?
I'm going to find out.
He's got to play.
Oh, boy.
Be a good way to end the week of radio.
God damn it.
Aaron Lewis. Wow.
From Stained?
Yeah.
You know the band?
Of course.
You like?
Yeah. Are you kidding me? I have no idea who they are.
Nah.
No clue, huh?
No, are they good?
I like them.
are
Joe
they
hates them.
They stink.
Really?
We'll make believe you don't.
I'm not going to be a dick to the guy.
Look at Aaron Lewis.
Especially if they saw those throat tattoos.
Yeah, really? You want to
Yeah, no
fuck with
shit.
him?
Yeah, no shit. Oh, anyway, so we were talking about having sex with black girls, and then Joe asked me Monique or Precious, and I went Precious because of the youth.
Dude, no.
That's a tough choice.
Holy shit.
That's a tough choice.
I wouldn't pick either of them if
but you
a
have
gun
to
was
pick.
to my head.
This bit isn't fun if you don't pick one.
This bit isn't fun.
You know what? Fair enough, sir. Fair enough.
Regardless of his choices.
Fair enough.
If they presented me with that, you got to fuck Monique or Precious.
Yeah.
I would just go, can I just instead just have the life of Precious? I'd rather just deal with all that stuff.
Are they both big fatties? Or
Yeah. Two big fat
Monique's really sweet, though.
African-American women.
Is sweet.
She's very sweet.
In what way?
I'm just not attracted
Said
to her.
nice
She's
to you
big.
once?
Yeah.
I did the Apollo, and she was hosting, and she was really nice to me. And I got booed. They booed the shit out of me.
Oh, man.
That's a surprise.
I mean, it was just no. Fuck,
bad,
I was
huh?
screaming at the audience. They were just booing me. It was
no.
brutal.
Did the Sandman come and get you?
Oh, yeah. Nice fucking boot.
Man.
Hey, Scott, did you alter your act at all, like for a black audience, and yo? Or
I was no lie. I was 6 months into comedy, and I started at a black club in Philly.
Wow.
So all I really had at that point were like hip hop kind of jokes.
Wow.
So I was probably more ready for it then than I would be now, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I want to get this call in before
shit.
Aaron Lewis gets here. Otto's here, and Christmas Light Jimmy, who's we love this guy.
Okay.
He's a big fan of yours, Otto.
Okay.
Christmas Light Jimmy, what do you got, buddy?
Good morning, boys. I'm just on my way to work to go deal with checkups. And it's the guy called to say hello and be a little cool, you know?
Are you going to see Otto this weekend? He's at McGuire's in Bohemia, and then Governor's tomorrow night in Levittown.
Yeah.
2 Long Island shows. You got to go.
I got to see him. I YouTube him all day long when I'm not doing nothing, just to hear him, like, you know, suck my dick like you're drowning in my dick, and my dick is oxygen.
And I have a new website called Laugh Dome, as in football dome, laughDome.com to purchase merchandise.
Nice.
Yeah.
Merchandise.
Laugh Dome.
I'll be a governess. I'll go to governess.
Will ya?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
Why are you surprised by that?
I don't know.
Don't be surprised by that.
Okay.
Of course he's going to Governor's.
Okay.
Tomorrow night in Levittown.
Bring me a pastrami sandwich or brisket.
You're from Staten Island originally, right?
Yeah, my 5th favorite borough. Why?
That's where I'm from.
Really? Whereabouts, buddy?
Oh, I live in Prince's Bay. But how long has it been since you've been on Staten Island?
I was there yesterday.
You are? All right.
Yeah, I took my mom out to Egger's Ice Cream Parlor.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, man. You know
Yeah.
Why is their ice cream good? I think ice cream in general is good. Why is it better there?
It's just great. And homemade whipped cream is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
It's really good.
Yeah, if they didn't give Otto a deal, fuck them.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, Dairy Queen sucks. Carvel is good. Dairy Queen pumps air into their ice cream.
Right.
They cut their ice cream
Is
with
that
air.
why you get so much gas after you eat that shit?
There's no air in Carvel.
Yeah, man.
And you know what it is,
No air.
too? You know what it is, too? Dairy Queen is just whipped milk.
Yeah.
That's why it's... Or whipped cream, I mean. So it's not like... It's not actual ice cream, like in a traditional sense.
Yeah.
That's why, like, if you get anything in there that doesn't have chocolate sauce or, like, caramel dumped all over it, it tastes like shit.
Carvel ruled. It would, like, weigh a ton. You get it in the cone, and it's like, fuck, this is heavy. I'm working out.
You couldn't get it. It would flop
It's
over.
fucking top heavy. Yeah, that shit was like...
You're right.
If you stick your head in a Carvel sundae, you'll die. There's no air in there.
No air in there.
You breathe
can't
the
breathe
ice
in a
cream
Carvel.
and you're dead. You're delicious, but dead.
Did you ever hear the Pat Oswalt Carvel bit where he's doing the Carvel commercials?
No.
And he's fucking
funny.
talking about how they always had, like, theme cakes.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes,
Fudgy Wudgy.
yeah, and he goes, come on down for our Trade Center bombing cake. We have Oreo bits to simulate the rubble.
Oh, my God.
Dead gummy bear people lying all around.
It did fucking make it all about the current events. You're right.
So funny.
You're fucking right. Joey Rose is going to be at the Stress Factory this weekend. And look, because when Aaron Lewis comes in here, you're not going to get a plug in. I'm
Hell
sorry.
no.
What do you got going on?
All right, we got my band McClinton's playing at where the hell are we at Dingbats tonight, and then
Dingbats.
and then my podcast show Davin's Den. We're going to DavinComedy.com. Check that out. We will be in Grumpy Dave's in Bowling Green, Ohio. On this coming Tuesday, Mango Mamas in Point Clinton, Ohio on Wednesday, Thursday Czars in St. Joseph, Michigan. The historic Holly Hotel in Holly, Michigan on Friday and Saturday.
It's haunted.
It's haunted. And Sunday, Alexander J. Smokehouse in Monday, Michigan.
What is he
and
doing?
Then getting a suicide watch. On,
he's reading a phone book.
That's hilarious.
It's a manifesto. It's not plugged.
He doesn't come in often. He's got to get more.
I got to get everything I can. I can't get in as much as I want. Yes.
Every venue he has a gig at sounds like a mobster alias. Playing at Joey Fish's.
He's still doing the mafia circuit.
They're doing the mafia circuit.
Yeah, is Aaron Lewis here?
Joey, not.
Is he playing? If he's not playing, it's not worth it.
He says he's got his guitar. That's what I've been told. That he's got his guitar with him.
Yeah.
Can I tell a funny Otto thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, do whatever you want, man.
I've told this story so many fucking times, but I saw you at Caroline's once. And you're on stage. There's this guy, this big Italian guy. He's sitting next to the right of the stage. He's got to weigh 300 pounds. I mean, he's fucking huge, and he's wearing a sport coat. And halfway through the show, the dummy just looks at him and just goes, "Holy fucking shit! What size is that jacket, you fucking zilch?"
Thank you, Mr. Tact.
Oh my god, dude! It was so fucking funny, man. It was just out of I think you might have even been mid thought.
Yeah, it's kind of hurtful now that I think about it.
No, it was funny.
It's kind of hurtful.
It was funny. It had a real Ralph Cramden-y.
Yeah.
It didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't mean. It was just hilarious.
I hope you get hit by a truck hauling Diet Shasta.
Diet Shasta.
The family can't even say, well, at least it was a Coke truck. It's like the worst.
Look how I fucked up my plugs. Can I say one thing? My OttoandGeorge.com. I'm playing in Andover, Mass. I think it's August 26th, but it'll be on my website. I apologize to those guys up there. I fucked this up. China Blossom in Andover, North Andover, Massachusetts. It'll be on my website at OttoandGeorge.com.
Nice. Very good.
I apologize to the owners there.
Why? Why are you apologizing?
Because I promised them a good plug, and I fucking wrote it down badly, and then I wrote with magic marker, and now I can't even read it. Jerk off.
I love Otto.
Yeah.
Get angry all the time at yourself.
Terrible.
It's just amazing.
Terrible.
Do you ever just chill?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
I relax.
Just breathe and relax.
Yeah, breathe in, breathe out.
Breathe in, breathe out.
When you get out of bed, it's feet first.
What's up, Sam?
He's coming up.
Okay.
We only have a few minutes left in the show.
We got 12 minutes
We're not
left.
fucking sticking around for him.
We got 12 minutes left.
Man, I don't want to hear this fucking song.
Wow.
Maybe we should make him go after Aaron Lewis like he went after Troy.
You're gonna hear a guy sing
No fucking
now.
way. No fucking way. That guy looks like a fucking jailhouse maniac. I'm not fucking with that guy.
Well, it's knowing that your door is always open makes me want to rob your house.
I'm going to make sure he knows what you said about him, Joe.
Oh, shit.
Look, I know I'm at high risk right now. And I'm not going to try to fight it, but, you know.
You're not at high risk.
Honestly, why
I'm
isn't he
good.
just doing the shit show?
Oh, really?
Fucking 10 to 10 now. Who gives a shit about this guy?
Don't worry.
Fucking guy gives a flying fuck. Although I hear he's a big NRA guy. What? Where is he?
Is he coming down the hall?
Don't
All
worry.
right, we'll talk guns with the guy.
Anthony's strapped. We got fucking
Strapped.
We'll talk guns and have him play us out.
Got a guitar guy.
Yeah, man.
What'd you say? Did you say Paul Verzi?
What up? Oh, he's going to sit
Paul
over there.
Kersey from Death Wish.
Paul Kersey.
Paul Kersey.
Yeah.
We all remember Paul Kersey from Death Wish.
Yeah. How do you like
How you
your
doing, man?
liver?
Aaron Lewis, man. What's up, buddy?
Anthony. There's
That was-
Opie. What's up?
Oh.
No way.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man, from AAF.
We used to hear that from the rest of the guys in your band that you guys used to listen to us. From Springfield,
Holy
Massachusetts.
shit. That's a while ago.
I'm a fucking big fan, by the way, but I lost track of you a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you.
That's all right.
Take a seat on the couch. Make yourself comfy.
Here all by myself.
Oh. Someone just out of nowhere said, hey, you're a big NRA and Second Amendment guy.
A little bit.
Yeah? Little bit? Or
A lot of it.
because I am a lot of bit.
And it's a lot of bit.
I've been spreading the word, telling people to knock it off.
Well, you know, my big thing is that it's no different than a hammer.
Right.
It's an inanimate object that can't do anything without a human being putting it in their hands.
Just another tool, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, next they're going to be, you know, regulating drills or hammers because, you know, you can just as easily hurt somebody or kill somebody with a hammer as you can, you know.
I don't like the idea of somebody telling me how I can or can't defend myself or my family in the best way possible. It is the absolute best way. It's the great equalizer. The best way you can possibly defend yourself against something. Yeah. And they're trying to tell me how I can or can't do it.
The massacre that just happened at the movie theater.
Yeah.
You know, all it took would have been one person with a license to carry a concealed weapon in there along with him, and maybe he would have gotten a couple people.
I was saying that,
before somebody pulled out their gun and ended the situation quickly.
And people that argue that point, oh, you want people, I said, the worst case scenario is one guy with a gun shooting unarmed people that are piled up at a doorway. I go, how much worse could it get if you put someone in there that can maybe defend themselves?
Well, they have random sky marshals on flights now, like you know, who's got a gun. But the point with that is, all you have to do is find out who's the guy who has the gun, then overpower him, and now you have a gun.
Well, he's trained
on the thing.
Overpower the gun.
It is nice to have a gun in the house, to have the option of turning your head into a wind instrument when you get depressed.
I mean, you know, all gun control laws do is keep guns out of law-abiding citizens'
Exactly.
hands.
Look at Chicago. You can't even conceal carry in Chicago. It's not allowed.
But I guarantee you, all the criminals have a gun.
Of course, and they use them.
They don't buy them legally.
They should all go to the range and maybe step up their marksmanship because they're constantly hitting innocent bystanders.
So all gun control laws do is make it harder for the law-abiding citizen to protect themselves.
Right.
Because criminals don't buy guns legally. They
don't follow laws usually either.
Steven Seagal really needs to stop dyeing his hair. He looks ridiculous.
Like this guy. See?
What's the counter argument though to?
Oh boy, Joe.
Jesus, Joe.
Jesus, Joe.
I don't have an opinion either way. I don't give a fuck if the guns are everywhere or
I was
nowhere.
just fucking around with
No,
what,
I know.
What were you going to say?
No, I really don't care either way. But what's the counter? The best anti-gun argument that I hear that always stops me when I start going, yeah, why can't we just have guns? Is when somebody goes, yeah, but the gun has no other purpose other than to shoot. There's no other.
So
my question is,
the criminal element isn't going away, pal.
It's
getting worse.
Yeah, because you're less likely to use it to defend a home invasion. Usually, it's used in an argument between two spouses.
No, it's not usually. It's usually not used ever.
Or a child picks it up and blows his head off because he didn't know it was loaded.
It's usually not used.
But
for anything other than going to the range or hunting if you're a hunter. No one ever talks about the 65 friggin' million cases of nothing happening.
Right, but I'm not listening. Everybody in this room has hit their thumb with a hammer before when they were trying to pound a nail.
But that's still not answering the question.
Does that mean that the hammer should now be considered dangerous?
No, but that's not answering the question. A hammer has other purpose other than to kill. So the best anti-gun argument is there is no other purpose for the gun. Again, I don't give a fuck.
You don't
either
need
way.
it to, but then you tell the person,
curious.
Oh, so you don't need an efficient tool to kill if someone's trying to kill you?
Okay,
you wouldn't want that efficient tool?
Not me! I'm just asking
Jesus, Joe.
about the argument.
Or what if there wasn't a grocery store anymore for you to get your meat all beautifully packaged up in a nice package that makes it look good and CO2'd so it stays all nice and red and
I'm looking for Josie Wales.
I'm just saying, what about that? As
much
the
of a
use
living
the tool
punk.
and
we got us the Josie Wales
and protecting yourself from someone who does want to use a gun against you to harm you.
The animal. Yes. Well, first of all, I understand in theory the concept of having a gun to protect yourself against those. Which of us has that? Anybody in this room? Has anybody in this room ever really needed a gun to defend themselves?
Not yet, but what are you going to do?
Not yet, but the day I do, I'll be certainly happy that it's right in the small of my back.
Exactly.
Right, but the grocery store, that's all coming from farms and shit. It's not like hunters are bringing us that food. You know what I mean?
No, but if it goes away, you're going to need it.
If what goes away?
You're
saying if there wasn't a grocery store.
Right.
Which that's not that far-fetched.
Right, yeah.
You know, all that really has to happen is the shit hit the fan, and everything is going to change.
Power goes off 3-4 days. It's over, Johnny.
That was the crazy thing about that shooting in the theater, because I was like, this is so fragile. This whole thing we have, we put so much trust in it that things are okay and that things are normal and that everybody's fine. And it's like anybody in 1 second can take us apart at the fucking seams.
Yeah.
Wouldn't take much. Wouldn't take much at all. People think it can only come in the form of like a plane crashing
I
into
ain't going
a tower.
down without a fight, Joe.
Yeah. I know. That's why I'm going to come to your house.
Come to my house.
I'm going to argue with you on the issue until something happens, and then I'm going to come to your house.
When the shit goes down, we're all going. We're all going to Anthony's.
Going to my house.
Kill me. Start with me. Kill Salvi. Kill Vicky. Kill Vince Vaughn. Start with me. You're a killer.
What's that?
Raging Bull.
Raging Bull, man.
Raging Bull rules.
All right, enough of this shit. Definitely want to hear Aaron play some music.
Aaron Lewis.
Sure.
Yeah, I've been switching it up on everybody. I've been playing. I'm writing country songs.
You certainly are. We were watching you earlier on Fox and listening to you. Yeah, you definitely switched it up, huh?
Yeah.
You always been into country growing up?
It's the first music I was ever exposed to.
Really?
Yeah, my grandfather was my babysitter growing up, and that's
out there in the Wild West, Massachusetts,
Springfield,
up in the sticks of Vermont.
Oh, it was Vermont?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
There's plenty of roads in Vermont you don't want to go down either.
No,
you don't have to. You don't have to be down south to find those roads.
No. Oh.
I was listening to your.
I like how he's like, "Don't worry, there's plenty of ass raping in Vermont."
Absolutely. I could tell you a story about my great uncle who caught one of his farmhands one time standing on 2 bales of hay fucking a cow.
Jesus Christ.
Hooked up in the milking stall so that she couldn't go anywhere.
Wow.
And he was standing on 2 bales of hay behind her, having at it.
Isn't that fucked up that you have to even restrain the cow? Like the cow isn't even going to be like, wow, this is kind of cool.
I would just imagine the pussy's too big.
Wow.
Maybe.
Couldn't feel very good.
You ain't had no pussy till you had cow pussy.
I've had my arm in one all the way up to my armpit.
Really?
So it couldn't have felt very good around.
That's what
what pregnancy check?
Impregnated.
So
artificially
with that hole with the big rubber glove and the stick that goes in there, and then
Wait, you used to do that?
I've done it before, sure.
Wow. I would love to get my whole arm in a cow pussy.
What? Why?
Why not?
Interesting.
Who wouldn't want to try
It was interesting.
How do we get that done? I want to do that this weekend.
How bad do you think cow pussy smells?
Really bad.
The worst smelling pussy.
Really, really bad.
Yes.
It smells like a cow's pussy. That's
It can't get worse than that, right?
No.
You know, all these years and we couldn't get Aaron Lewis on the fucking. You know how many times we've tried over the years?
I was calling the wrong people.
Yeah, apparently.
I saw that you were on TV, so I popped up Nutshell this morning on my phone. Your version of Nutshell?
Sure.
Holy shit, man!
YouTube classic.
It is. Well, all your acoustic stuff does very well on YouTube.
Yeah, I think that it's one of the things that's allowed me to continue doing it all these years without having a record out. Because I did it for almost 10 years before I put a country record out.
Right.
I've been doing it on the side all this time.
A lot of acoustic shows and stuff, man. Well, what do you want to play for us today?
Nothing really, but
you don't, if you don't want
you
it,
guys
that's
wouldn't
fine,
let
too.
me come on without playing something.
Oh,
so.
man.
You know what, though?
Is that
playing.
the line they told you?
I'm just playing. So I just start playing. Like,
well, what do you want to play for us? You can play whatever you want, by the way.
I'm going to play the song that's gonna mean the most, and that's going to be the single that's out right now that I'm trying to get played.
Sure, fair
on
enough.
Country radio. So this song, it's a song that's pretty relatable to this area. Actually, I've got a beach cottage in Rhode Island, and this song is about taking my daughters to the beach cottage in Rhode Island, and there's a line in it about cherry stones and striper on the grill and so it was pretty easy. It was just a kind of a weekend in the life of the Lewis family, I guess.
It's gotta be nice when you could just write a song about just hanging out
your weekend.
Well, that's the coolest thing about country.
Yeah.
I don't have to scrape the back of my conscience to find something else to I've always reserved stain stuff for the shit that was fucking with me.
Yeah.
And that I had to get off my chest. And this is like a whole different thing where, like I said, I can tell a story about going to the beach with my daughters for the weekend, and I don't have to gut myself to
mine
write the song.
Mine would get very repetitive. Well, I'm drinking again, and I'm alone in my house, and it was just every fucking weekend the same
that's a country
song.
hit right
Oh,
there.
it would be. It would be. Absolutely.
Another high school party on a Friday night.
Thanks, Jeff.
Just call back to what you said.
Exactly.
Let's take a listen to Aaron Lewis, man.